we will live a normal life. I want to share this with you. See, we Hare Krishna guys, we don't drink tea, coffee. We don't, even in vegetarian food, we don't take onion, garlic. We don't naturally eat meat and eggs and fish. And so whenever I used to fly long distance, sometimes, a hostess of Indian origin, she approached me. She said, "You are all Hare Krishnas?" I said, "Yes." I'm glad that she recognized me. She said, "I am also Krishna devotee." I said, "That's very nice." Then she said, "You eat veg or non-veg?" I said, "You must know, you don't eat non-veg, veg." Then she said, "Can I give you veg?" I said, "No, I won't take veg here." Why? Because there must be onion. Yeah. Then sometimes later she said, "Can I offer you tea or coffee?" I said, "We don't take that." So after half an hour, she says, "Are you free? I want to come and talk to you." I said, "Yeah, you can talk to me." She said, "I am also Krishna's devotee, but why can't we be normal?" I said, "Betty, actually, I am normal. You are abnormal." So this is what happens, Anyway, so that Graha Pravesham, I was invited. It was not fully occupied. Only namesake. They wanted me to enter. I said, "Okay, fine." So when I stood at the threshold, I saw a huge hall like this, granite and marble, things like that, posh house. And there was a cloth liner and many clothes hanging. And the moment I entered, the maidservant saw water spilt on the floor. She, in a hurry, she pulled out a cloth and wiped the floor. So the owner of the house came charging. "Hey, what are you doing?" So Swamiji coming, "Mataji, he will fall down," so I wiped out. "No, you shouldn't have taken this cloth. You should have taken this." So immediately I saw what she's pointing out. What she pointed out was this girl used 5,000 rupees Bombay dyeing towel to sweep the floor, and that lady was pointing out a duster which cost only 25 rupees. So that maidservant told her, "What is the difference, ma'am sahab? Both are cloth only, no?" Well, don't you know the price difference? At that time it struck me. What is that? Animal's body is like duster, 25 rupees duster. Human body is like Bombay dyeing towel. So where you should use that duster, you are using this. This is explained in Shastras nicely. Ahara nidra bhayamaitu nancha samanam etad pashubhi naranam. Ahara, eating, nidra, sleeping, bhaya, fearing, consequently self-defense, and maithuna, mating. Now these four functions are common to the birds, animals, and human beings. See the beauty? I eat good food. Pig also eats. What does it eat? Human excreta. And what I eat? Nice things on a dining table. What is the difference? There is no difference. There's a difference in eating stuff. That's the difference. But what is the result of eating activity? Physical strength. Nidra. It's a common scene in India that domestic animals sleep on the footpath. But when I become sleepy, I retire to a comfortable enclosure, switch on the fan or turn on the AC and sleep. But actually there's no difference. The difference is in the sleeping place. But what is the result of sleeping activity? When the donkey gets up from the sleep, the washerman puts one more load. It's very fresh now. And we also, especially gentlemen who sleep Sunday afternoons, when they get up, they say, "I can work for another 4 hours." That is, we are re-energized to take fresh load of work. This is the result of sleeping activity. Ahara nidra. Then bhaya. Bhaya means fear. If you attack a cat, it's scared. What is the reaction? It tries to pounce on you with the teeth and nails. When you attack a man, he's also scared. He also defends himself. What is his self-defense? From Rampuri Churi, pen knife to nuclear missile. He has got full range. And Maithuna. Snake, elephant, dog, cat, sparrow, crow, crocodile, just mate with the opposite sex and produce children. The 4 functions are performed by all the 3. Samanam etad. So as long as human beings confine themselves to these 4 major functions, what level they are? Of what level? Animal level. Therefore the scripture says, Dharmam tu tesham adhikam vishesham. The distinguishing characteristic is, he makes spiritual enquiry. Where do I come from? After death, where do I go? Does anyone know what happens at death? Nobody bothers. Actually, nobody bothers. See, when I go for a walk, not here in India, you always come across some dead dog on the road. That means previous night, a truck must have overrun the dog. And after 5 minutes, some human dead body goes, Ram Nam Satya. What is the difference? No difference. Because dog also died without knowing what will happen to me after death. And the man also died without knowing what will happen to him. That means he died a dog's death. Therefore the injunction is, Dharmam tu tesham adhikam vishesham. Why these gentlemen wanted to start Hindu Samaj of Cambrige? That is a symptom of human beings. That is a symptom. Because we have been doing these 4 animalistic functions since quite a long time. So now we are tired. Some good souls become tired. Then that person looks for something else. Why I am not satisfied? You see? Why I am not satisfied? Then there is a hankering from within. If he is a nice person, a pious soul, then God gives him the idea. No, you look forward to something else. You know, initially, when we grow, we hanker for what is called, our consciousness is Annamaya. Upanishad explains, there are 5 levels of consciousness. Annamaya. Annamaya means, you know, literally food. It's not literally, although it said Annamaya means literally food, it means economic development. Our immediate requirement is we want to eat well. That's why you see so many restaurants. Even see, malls we understand, stations, airport we understand. In London there's a surgery, a beautiful surgery. As we enter, first there is a restaurant. So eating is the main business. Wherever you go, eating is the main business, Annamaya. Once that satisfaction takes place, then Pranamaya. Pranamaya means security, desire to exist. First eating, varieties of eating, Chinese dish, continental dish, pizza, pasta, so many things are there. All these things we eat. Then once you know, yes, eating is okay, it will go on. The next one is desire to exist, security. That's called Pranamaya. Now basically animals can come up to only these 2 levels, Annamaya and Pranamaya. Whereas human beings supposed to graduate or gravitate towards what's called Manomaya. Manomaya means developing aesthetic sense or realizing higher values of life. That's why we take to painting, music, ghazal singing, dancing, all this. Manomaya. So Annamaya, eating, economic development. Pranamaya, security, taking care of existence. Then Manomaya, realizing higher values of life. Then Jnanamaya, intellectual inquiry leading to spirituality. And once you dwell quite some time on that platform, then you are catapulted to a place called Anandamaya, blissful existence. So today, most of the human beings are on animal level, that is Annamaya and Pranamaya. Very few come to Manomaya. And hardly anyone coming to Jnanamaya. That's why there's no Ananda. Although we are eating, drinking, dancing, everything nicely going on, you've got complete security here and as well as back home. But still, something you feel you are lacking. Something you want still. But you do not know what you want. That is this Vijnanamaya, or spiritual level you have got to rise. And then when you realize this stuff, when you come to the platform of God realization, then only Anandamaya. That is why you can take it in writing for me. I'm not cursing. You can never feel happy, really happy. Not possible. Unless you come to God realization stage. Only when that realization takes place, you will be happy. Otherwise, simply minting money, here one property, there one property, so many dresses, wardrobe, beautiful ornaments, this. You know, so many ornaments we buy. Where do they stay? Mostly in the safe deposit vault. In India, nobody can wear jewelry. It almost 9.5 months it is inside the vault. Only on the special days they take out. So the cupboard is happy. The safe vault is happy having that ornament, not you. So these 5 levels of consciousness, we have got to graduate, and we can succeed only in the human form of life. It's very clearly said. So the primary business is to realize, or at least academically, technically admit that I'm not the body, I'm the soul. And the next thing is to go about realizing it. You see, who realizes where gold is available? Only a top-class geologist. He knows the location where the gold ore exists. That location can be identified only by an expert geologist. And then once he identifies the location, then through some chemical process, he takes out the ore and cleanses it, and then takes the gold out. Similarly, an expert spiritualist knows the location of the Atma. And by cultivating spiritual knowledge, he attains spiritual perfection. Only the spiritual perfection. What is the spiritual perfection? I am an individual atomic soul. God is the supreme spirit soul. And our only business here is to serve God. As long as you serve all bodily relations, you will continue to be miserable. And no other go. I'm making the statement of fact. Only when you take to service of God, totally. That's why you see Hare Krishna's dancing. Why they are dancing? Because they are happy. Why they are happy? No problem. Why there is no problem? Because they are totally surrendered to God and they are in His service. As long as you serve any other entity in this world, you cannot achieve that realization, that happiness. So therefore, the primary thing to be understood is that we are, when we say I, he, you, she, it has 3 constituent parts. They are 3 in 1. The body external, the body internal, and the spirit soul.